My hair isn't combed. Really? Just gonna get this done. Talking about Paralyzed today. And how much I've been struggling with what seems like a pretty simple kind of thing. I don't have a screen recording over here. I should get one soon, but I'm using the Petrucci, the JP. I'll take a screenshot or some video of it. I'm using the JP Archetype plugin. I just got that last week, earlier this week. Really good. Nails JP's tones really well. So I'm really excited about that. So I was able to use the Paralyzed, get the Paralyzed Sounder version of it, right? It's also got a down tuner in there, so I'm down tuning to C from a standard E. So I just transpose it down 6 half steps right into C. Let me run through it real quick and show you what I've done here. So here we go. Whoops. So I definitely don't have it down pat. You saw a couple mistakes in there. One of the things I'm struggling with here is keeping this thing really clean. So I've got a gate on my Petrucci setup right here. It's got the amp pretty overdriven. It's using the rhythm, kind of the rhythm amp on the JP, not the lead. It's the black one. And I've got the overdrive engaged with most of the drive, if not all of the drive. I'm verifying here. Yeah, all the drive is dialed out. The level's about 3 o'clock. So it's mostly level driving the preamp section of the amp, supposedly. And I took one of the presets that sounded pretty close. It wasn't one of JP's presets. It's one of the Andy Sneap ones, I think. They got pretty close in terms of rhythm, but still really overdriven. So let me try a couple things here, and why I'm struggling with this. So I'm rolling the knob to volume back off. So part of it is right hand placement on the muted strings. If you mute it too far forward, you're going to affect the tone, the actual note, right? But if you roll it too far back, you're not getting the muting. You want just a touch of muting right there. Right on the edge. Because you want that percussive thing, you want that top end coming through, right? Because it's growly and it's got some edge to it. You can hear that kind of the sizzle, that overdrive. You can also hear the gate kind of kicking through and all this noise coming through. But it's really sensitive. So as I'm playing, you can hear my fingers sliding around. You can hear it when I lift my fingers off a little bit. If I'm not really, really careful, you can hear open strings ringing out. See, right there, you heard it, just a touch of that stuff down there. Because when I'm moving, so I think part of what I need to do is start muting more strings, do something to figure that So I tried to put my right hand, across more of the strings to kind of mute them, but that was kind of, I may need to work with that to try to keep those strings down here from ringing. That may be an approach, but then I'm playing mostly with my fingers, which is okay, versus my wrist, but I'm not used to that. So. Yeah, it's still messy, so may have to work with that a little bit. But you can hear there, I'm muting it too much with my hand trying to cover the other strings, so there's a real, like... Yeah, so there's something going on. So I've been trying with my left hand to kind of mute down here like and being really, really careful. The other thing I tried pulling off the overdrive. But you lose a bunch of that kind of upper end, that top end sizzle, kind of crunch that you really want, even while you're rolled off on the volume knob. It really cleans it up, keeps it a lot quieter. Problem is now, when I roll up here to get more of that crunch, I have it, but I don't have it when I need to actually go for that open string stuff when the vocals come in, or right before the vocals come in. So I want more of this thing. It's really, really overdriven, really heavy. It's kind of nasally too when you play it. I don't like the sound at all up there in the upper registers, but for this low end kind of stuff, it's fine. So it's a balance of like getting the tone you want with the controls you have. So maybe if I had more control over my rig here, I could turn off the overdrive and not use the volume at all. So maybe here. Seems a little quieter, still noisy, and then when I wanted to get to that open section, then that might be better. Oh man, I hope my screen recording didn't freeze over here. We'll see. The other thing too, there's a lateral, like a vertical string movement here, right here. That right there. So that one also requires real, if you want to keep it clean and not, you don't want to do that, you want to, so that requires real specific finger placement. Especially when you're playing this open part. I have to screw it up there. So you kind of want to kind of roll off that top string, but also muting that top string as you roll to the bottom string. lot of that kind of deadening of the string right above the finger. They're sitting, you can see how my finger's sitting on the string above to kind of keep it muted. So that's part of keeping that quiet too. So tough passage, oddly. And I also figured this out by ear, so I haven't looked at the note at the actual music yet, so maybe wrong. Don't quote me on that. Anyway, that's all I got for now. I think my screen's frozen. I'll fix that. Yeah.